What's up, basketball world? It's the one and only legend of winning, aka Low. We're back with more trading deadline shenanigans. My oh my, the Sacramento Kings, boy. I don't know how you all do it, but it just keeps happening over and over again. I was so ready to give Portland the award for the worst ran franchise in the NBA, but no. Nobody cannot have that award but you. I must admit, I find it very impressive how poorly ran this organization has been for the better part of like 2 decades, and it just continues to get worse. If you don't know what's going on right now, the Pacers are trading Domantas Sabonis, Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday to the Sacramento Kings for Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. My oh my, that is one of the worst trades I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, Sacramento, I really don't understand how you can be this incompetent at running a franchise. Now, for some of my casual fans out there, you may be telling yourself, whoa, come on, what's wrong with this, man? This makes a lot of sense. If you look at the numbers, and we look at the numbers, Domantas Sabonis is averaging 19 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 58% shooting from the field. I mean, Sabonis is an all-star. He produces at that level. Why is it so bad that Sacramento went after him? Now, I like Sabonis. I really do, but the truth is this. He just doesn't impact the game in ways that is really conducive of winning basketball, especially at a level that will produce deep postseason runs. And if that's something that Sacramento really wants to do, this is not the player that you go get. And the reason why I say that is because A, he's not a three-point shooter. I know many people hate the whole narrative, or they hate the regurgitation of how valuable three-point shooting is, but it is true. Three-point shooting is very valuable, especially when you're off the ball and you're trying to gain some form of gravity from the opposing team. The other problem is defensively, he's just not laterally quick enough. He cannot defend or switch, especially in open space. But 3, and more importantly, this is a player that needs the ball in his hands to be very productive. Now, that normally wouldn't be a problem, but when you place him on a team with another player like De'Aaron Fox, who needs the ball in his hands, who isn't a three-point shooter himself, who also has some concerns defensively, I mean, my goodness, Sacramento, what are you doing? What are you trying to build? And quite frankly, because of the flaws in Sabonis' game, regardless of the numbers, I honestly didn't know what Indiana was going to get for him. I honestly thought Indiana was going to be stuck with him. But hey, I forgot. The Sacramento Kings exist, and they can just give up one of the most impressive young guards in the NBA for Sabonis. And yes, that is correct. For the casual fans out there who will look at the numbers side by side and say, hey, Tyrese only averages 14 points, 7 assists, nearly 2 steals, 3 to 4 rebounds, and shooting splits, that's pretty good, but not all-star production. Let's be clear. Tyrese Haliburton's ceiling is significantly higher than Sabonis. In terms of Sabonis, we know the player that we're going to get. It's a good player. It's an all-star caliber player. But the ceiling is so identifiable that I don't see how any team that can make a deep postseason run will have the ability to feature Sabonis in a prominent role in their team. But I can say that about Tyrese Haliburton, because even though the numbers may not look as gaudy, he's definitely impactful. He's definitely producing at a level that shows potential of an all-star at bare minimum, but possibly an all-NBA caliber player. Within the last 24 games, Tyrese Haliburton is averaging 17 points, 9 assists, again, nearly 2 steals, over a steal and a half. That's very impressive. 3 to 4 rebounds and shooting splits of 47, 43, and 87. All of that is very impressive. What's even more impressive are some of these fun facts that I saw from Kirk Goldsberry. Shout out to Kirk Goldsberry out on Twitter land. 5 quick fun facts about Tyrese Haliburton if you're not familiar with him. 1, out of 93 players that have tried at least 300 jumpers this year, he ranks 6th in efficiency at 58.7 effective field goal percentage. Very impressive. 2, out of the 49 players that have tried at least 100 off dribble threes, he's 2nd in 3-point percentage at 40.6. It's even more impressive. 3, he makes 42.6 of his catch and shoot threes. He's 11th in assists, and he's only 21 years old. And I think that's the biggest factor to why so many people thought that Sacramento was going to have to either A, get a lot in return for Tyrese, or B, he was almost untradeable, almost untouchable, because the value and the potential that you can get out of him seems way more endless than a lot of other players that would have been available during this trading deadline. And I would go as far as to say, and people don't want to admit this because De'Aaron Fox, he has a name, he's more established, but if I was the Sacramento Kings, I would have traded De'Aaron Fox just like that, way quicker than I would have traded Tyrese Haliburton. And furthermore, even if you want to be optimistic about Sabonis, because I can understand some people's optimism, the other thing that concerns me is how does Sabonis fit on this team? I don't know why, but so many people just do not want to acknowledge that fitting on a team, having the proper personnel around you, it matters. It matters. Domantas Sabonis, again, is a non-3-point shooter. He's not a defensive threat, and he has to have the ball in his hands to be as productive as he was in Indiana. So now he's going to join a team with De'Aaron Fox at point guard, who again needs a ball in his hands, who again isn't that great defensively. And on top of that, not a 3-point shooter, so that's lack of floor spacing and lack of fit in many regards. At the 2-guard position, either Jeremy Lamb or Justin Holiday, who are spotty 3-point shooters, so again, some questions in spacing. At the 3, I guess they're going to move Harrison Barnes at the starting small forward spot, who's been really good as of late, especially this year. He's going to provide a little bit more floor spacing for this team. Again, at the 4, you have Domantas Sabonis, and at the 5, who are you going to put? Richaun Holmes? That's a team that basically has only 1 or 2 shooters in their starting lineup. That does not fit. And so the production that we saw from Sabonis out in Indiana, I don't know if he's going to be able to produce that same level of production here for the Kings. I really question that. And I don't think that I'm that outrageous for doing so and trying to get De'Aaron Fox back to the same level of potential that people thought he had entering the league. Because quite frankly, I do believe, and I'll say it again, Tyrese Haliburton's potential has already usurped what I've seen from De'Aaron Fox early on in his career. But here's the thing that really got me pissed. I'm gonna be honest with you, this really got me pissed because this is what Woj has now claimed. The Domantas Sabonis Tyrese Haliburton trade will likely have a significant impact on Miles Turner's future with the Pacers. Turner gets to play center now and appears thrilled with the idea of playing with Haliburton. Damn you, Sacramento. Damn, man. Goddamn, Sacramento. Everybody been waiting for Miles Turner to be on another team. Everybody been wanting that for years now, especially over the past couple of months. But goddamn. Not only are you trading away your future and making your team worse, but you're making the possibility of other teams in the NBA worse as well? Damn you, Sacramento. Oh my God. I wanted Miles Turner on my team. I wanted him out with the Lakers, not him having any optimism about how things are going to work out in Indiana. I didn't want that. But on a more serious note, this is possibly one of the greatest examples of malpractice. Honestly, I would have thought it would have taken way more than just Domantas Sabonis to receive Tyrese Haliburton. And the reason why I said it is because drafting Haliburton is possibly the biggest bright spot in the Sacramento Kings franchise in the past like 5 or 6 years. And I know this may sound like I'm gassing up him, but I truly believe Tyrese has that level of potential. He has that type of ceiling to where he could really be a game changer. I truly believe he can be an all-star. I think that's pretty obvious to a lot of people, but I would go as far as to say that he has all-NBA caliber potential as well. And for you to just trade that away at the age of 21 on a rookie contract where you would have all of the leverage in the world to retain him for another like 4 years, I mean, that is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen a franchise make in quite some time.
A few moments later.
This is what I heard in chat. This is literally some of the craziest shit ever, bro.
What's the instant reaction around the league to Sacramento trading Tyrese Haliburton?
Stunned. Tyrese Haliburton was stunned, Malika. The league is stunned at this trade and the fact that he was even available. I think there were a lot of teams who thought if we knew we could have gotten Tyrese Haliburton, we would have been really knocking at the door in Sacramento. We'll talk about it more later, but this is a move. This was a player who everyone had thought, including Tyrese Haliburton, that he'd be the cornerstone for their future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, do you know the level of malpractice that just occurred? This Kings to trade someone who had the potential to be the face of the franchise at the age of 21 while still on his rookie contract in and of itself is something that does not happen. I need people to understand that just does not happen. But for you to then not even field trade offers to other teams? Oh my God, that is the dumbest shit I have ever seen. You don't even ask other teams, what could you give me for Tyrese? You don't even ask them. You just give him away. What the fuck are you doing? How is it that you have an asset that is that valuable to the point where other teams didn't even think you were trading him? Tyrese Haliburton's value is so high that other teams didn't even think to, hey, let me just call the Kings and figure out what they want for Tyrese, because that's how crazy it would sound. Of course, I'm not trading Tyrese. Of course, they're not trading Haliburton. So why would I even pick up the phone to call them? That's how valuable he was perceived across the league. Teams are coming out saying, I would have given you more in your most valuable trade asset. You don't even properly field him out. You don't even properly ask around, hey, what would you give us for Tyrese if he was available? The Sacramento Kings are the worst ran organization in the league. To my Sacramento King fans out there, I don't know how you do it. I'm gonna pray for y'all, man. I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm gonna pray to the basketball gods that they look over y'all. I don't know what y'all did to deserve this, but this is easily the worst ran franchise in the NBA, and I don't even think it's close. But hey, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. And if you missed my last video where I talked about the Portland Trail Blazers trading away a lot of their pieces, make sure you click the video right here. Click on this video right here. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Peace.